we are doing some screen printing. I just actually finished this two last Nike designs that I had. Just ironing out the design.
Jar over?
But yeah, I'm
what
just.
My baby want? My baby.
Doing the thing.
My baby. Hand me that jar over. Hand me that jar over. And then she would say something that would hurt my feelings, and I'm like, I know, right? It's not as easy as it looks. Turn the fucking way to get that moisture out of the fucking arm open it. Is this expired? I'm not opening it. It's expired. Throw it in the trash if it's expired. That's what's gonna happen. This lid is broken. What's that? Then I would finally pop it open, right? Just like to hand it to her, like, hey, baby, your man just put it on easy. And don't touch me because you might get pregnant. This fucking testosterone in that boy. What's wrong with you? Trying to alter our lives? I am in a long-distance relationship, which comes with its own unique set of problems. One time my girlfriend called me. I'm in New York, I'm here in San Antonio. She called me, she's upset, right? With work, with family, friends, it's all piling up. She's getting really frustrated and upset. And I'm listening like a good boyfriend. You know? And then that's when she turned the gun on me. She's like, and you need to get better at expressing your love for me. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I gotta get better at expressing it. I also feel like, I think women need to lower their standards. There's plenty of good men out there who are just either ugly or fucked up, man. I feel for women, man, because finding a good man is like finding a jacket at Goodwill. You ever find a nice jacket at Goodwill and you're like, man, can you believe nobody else wants this? Oh my God. And then you put it on and you're like, oh, that's fun. Put your hands in your pocket and they go all the way through. You're like, what the fuck? It's missing a right sleeve. This jacket's missing the right sleeve. But men are cool. We're like, yeah, but how does your left arm feel? Warm, right? Just tuck your other arm back in, baby. You ain't both arms all the time, right? Keep yourself warm. That, and it's been my experience, the last time I tried to show a woman, you know, affection and how I felt about her in my own way, it didn't work out the way I thought. You know, so I was with this girl, right? I was with this girl one time, and I had these condoms in the dresser drawer, right? But me and her, I had this before I met her, you know, like, I just didn't use it because I wasn't getting laid at the time. And when I got with her, she got on the pill, right? So I had those condoms, but we didn't use them. And then one day I saw her open the drawer up and she saw the condom and she just goes, and then just closes it. And then later when she's out of town, she went out of town for 3 days. So I don't know why I opened the dresser drawer looking for something and I see the condoms and I think, man, if I put myself in her shoes, you know, I would feel uncomfortable if she kept some condoms that we don't use, you know? Like that would make me feel upset. Like, why do you have those? We don't use them. It's like just in case kind of thing. So I thought, yeah, you know what? Things are getting pretty serious between me and her. I'm gonna show her how much I love her. I'm gonna throw these condoms away. Yeah. How did you guys get this? I had no idea what the fuck was gonna happen. I had no idea about the shitstorm that I was about to put myself in. Because when she came back, right, we met up at a bar and got fucked up. When we get back to my place, the first thing that I do when I walk in is I make a beeline to the bed and I fucking face plant on it. When she gets in the room, she makes a beeline to the dresser drawer opens it up and goes, "What the fuck, bro?" And I'm drunk, like, "What? What are you talking about?" And she's like, "What happened to the condoms?" And I'm like, "Condom? What cup?" She goes, "There was 7 condoms in here. I know because I counted them. What did you do with the condoms?" And when she said that, I knew what she was trying to imply, and it made me feel mad that she would think that about me. So I go, "Oh, those condoms. I was trying to do the 3-day 7 hoe challenge where you were going." Yeah, dude, she got angry and started hitting me. "You piece of shit, you think I'm funny?" I'm like, "Hey, what the hell's wrong with you? I threw them in the trash. They're right there." She's so drunk at this point. She goes, "Oh, yeah? This trash can right here? This trash can right here?" She grabs the trash can and starts dumping it out in the middle of my room, hurls the bucket, looks down and goes, "I don't see no condoms here. I don't see no condoms. What'd you do with the condoms?" Let me tell you something. Here's how Manson security works. She said it with so much confidence that for a split second I was like, "Wait, did I fuck 7 hours?" Oh my god, dude. I was my buddy with her, and so I go, "Did I know, right?" What the fucking thing? So I look down, right, where she just threw them, and I see them. And I'm going, "Hey, they're right there in front of you. You just have drunk to see them." And that's when she goes, "Oh, these condoms." And then she goes, "1, 2. Like the Tootsie Pop owl. And then I know it. She comes up, and then she brings up 6. Yeah. And she puts them in front of my face, and she goes, "6? I only see 6 here. What did you do with the 7? What, did you use it while I was gone, you piece of shit?" And that's when I thought, all right, Raul, it doesn't matter that she's insane. You need to come up with a fucking condom. Give you value your life. So I'm looking around in a panic, dude. Oh my god. And then all of a sudden, I see it. And ironically enough, it was underneath this tissue that I had jerked off into. Yes! The proof of my monogamy was covering up the proof of my monogamy. The most prominent thing I ever seen. I'm like, how the fuck does that even happen? So I bent down, right? I bent down and I grabbed one of her shirts and I used it to take the tissue off. Because that's touching that shit. It's disgusting. And I grab the 7 condom and I bring it up to her and I go, "7, babe!" And I said that. I said the word babe, but before I threw the word out of my mouth, I took the word and I dipped it in bitch. That makes any sense? But the look on her face when I said babe, you could tell she saw the word coming at her, and then she just grabbed it and then took a bite out of it. "You put bitch in this." And she being there, what the fuck, dude? So she started hitting me, and I was like, all right, I want to get physical. I'm a man. I gotta put my foot down, right? I went to sleep on the couch. Yes, because there's nothing you can do when a drunk woman is punching you in the face. Yeah, you can call the cops, but as soon as the cops get there, she's gonna be like, "There he is, officer. There's the man that beat the shit out of my knuckles with his broken nose." Hey guys, that's my time. Thank you so much for coming out.
Introducing the new Knit and Sew Shop at Michaels. Explore thousands of fabric styles and thousands more online. Now, fabric is available in over 800 stores nationwide. Shop the new Knit and Sew Shop, only at Michaels. Everything to create anything.
Brought to you by Rogue.
Shit, dude.
But it's too late. It's gone forever. It's so annoying.
Where the hell are you, San Antonio? Oh, yeah. How about a hand for the comics you've seen so far, man? Hilarious. I think tonight we need to honor all the veterans that came before us and get fucked up tonight. I think it's what they would want. That's what I think. Yeah, I love drinking, man. I really do. It makes me a pleasant person. Yeah. You just gotta be careful when you drink, right? 'Cause drinking can get out of hand pretty quick. I know, I've been there. One time I got so drunk, I caught myself speeding on the highway because I confused the number of the highway with the speed limit sign.
You know, thank you. Hey, 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 hey. You know something people don't talk about in public anymore? Pussy farts. Anyway, once again, for me, it is HBO time. This is, we're back at the Beacon Theater, by the way, for the third time in a row. Thank you. And I do, as some of you know, this is the 12th show. I've been doing them since 1977. It usually takes me about two and a half years. And that means for the last couple of years, I've been out floating around, bouncing around the cities and the towns in this country, and the theaters and concert halls, you know, working on my stuff. Probably been in your hometown a couple of times since the last time I saw you. Hey, you know me, if they got a zip code, I'll fucking be there. Okay? Hey. Busy as a dyke in a hardware store. Now, did you ever notice up on a barn, they got a weather vane up on a barn? By the way, I don't do transitional material. You probably picked that up right away, huh? Yeah, I just kind of go right into the next thing, and at this moment, we're on barns. But you never notice up there they got that weather vane, and usually it's a rooster or a cock. It's the same animal, really. You know, it's just a different name. You know why they got a cock on a weather vane? Because if they had a cunt, the wind would blow right through it. Well, a lot of people don't know that. That's why I travel around so much. I'm here to entertain and inform. Reminds me of something my grandfather used to say to me, you know. He'd look at me and he'd say, I'm going upstairs and fuck your grandma. He's just a really honest man, you know. He wasn't gonna bullshit a 4-year-old. Now, folks, before we get too far along here tonight, there's something we got to talk about. Everybody knows what it is. It's in the air. It's in the city. And naturally, I'm talking about the events of September 11th and everything that's happened since that time. And the reason we have to talk about it is otherwise, it's like the elephant in the living room that nobody mentions, you know? Yeah, there it is sitting on the fucking couch. Nobody says a word. It's like if you're at a formal garden party and you go over to the punch bowl and you notice that floating around there's a big turd. And nobody says a word about it, you know? Nobody says, lovely party, Jeffrey, but there's a turd in the punch bowl. So we got to talk about it, if nothing else, just to get it out of our way so we can have a little fun here tonight, because otherwise, the terrorists win. Don't you love that stuff? Yeah, that's our latest mindless cliche. Go out and buy some jewelry and a new car, otherwise the terrorists win. I'll tell you. Yeah. Those business assholes really know how to take advantage, don't they? So here's what I'm thinking, folks. By now, everybody's supposed to know that when it comes to survival, staying alive, you know, you have to be, you can't be too picky and choosy about the company you're going to keep. You know, sometimes you have to cooperate with some kind of unsavory people. People you don't like, people you don't trust, people you don't respect, the kind of people you might not even invite into your own home. So, for that reason, tonight I'm announcing my intention to cooperate with the United States government. Okay? That's right. Now listen.
Living with chronic migraine? 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic.
Yeah. I'm even thinking of lending my support to Governor Bush. Good old Governor Bush. I'm hoping he does a good job. If he does, maybe we might think of electing him president in 2004, okay? Now, the reason for my decision is a fairly simple one. I mentioned it already, survival, okay? And in order to learn that, Mother Nature, yeah? Always took my cue from nature. I realized some time ago that, I'm not separate from nature just because I have a primate brain, an upper brain. Because underneath the primate brain, there's a mammalian brain. And beneath the mammalian brain, there's a reptilian brain. And it's those two lower brains that made the upper brain possible in the first place. Here's the way it works. The primate brain says, give peace a chance. The mammalian brain says, give peace a chance, but first let's kill this motherfucker. And the reptilian brain says, let's just kill the motherfucker, go to the peace rally, and get laid. Because the first obligation of any organism is to survive. The second is to reproduce. Survival is more important than fucking, okay? Pacifism is a nice idea, but it can get you killed. We're not there yet, folks. Evolution is slow, smallpox is fast, all right? Now, the government has asked all of us to come up with suggestions and ideas that we might have for helping to fight terrorism. That'll give you an idea how much shit they have on the shelf, okay? Yeah? And like any good citizen, I'm ready with my suggestions. Now, first of all, overseas, in Afghanistan, I think you have to use the most powerful weapon you have. In this case, chemical warfare of a type never used before. And I'm talking about the Flatulent Airborne Reaction Team. F-A-R-T, FART. Here's what you do. You take thousands of overweight male NFL football fans, okay? Thousands of them. We're going to start with a nucleus of Giants fans and Jets fans. You got to start with that.
Allergy pills.
Now, it might be necessary to include some Bills fans and Eagles fans too, okay? This is war. You can't be choosy. And I'm also thinking about getting some of those big fat cocksuckers who root for the teams in the NFC Central, Chicago Bears fans, Green Bay Packer fans, guys who eat a lot of bratwurst, okay? And all these guys have to be over 200 pounds. What you do is, for 30 days, you put them on a diet of nothing but cheese, cabbage, and beer, okay? That's all they get for 30 days. For many of these men, this will not be a new diet. You fill them up with cheese and cabbage and beer, and you drop them into Afghanistan, where they commence chemical warfare of the highest order. You send 3-man fart squads into every cave and tunnel in Afghanistan. Just send them in there. All right? Slow them up. That's right. Yeah. These good citizens will release horrendous, deadly farts. The kind of fart that could kill cancer. The kind of fart that comes in handy if you have something that needs welding. The kind of fart that if you let one go at home, 30 minutes later your plants are all yellow. The kind of fart that after 2 or 3 days you begin to realize there are no more birds in your neighborhood. A fart that would eat the stitching out of Levi's. Can I get away with one more fart joke here? The kind of fart whereby the Centers for Disease Control declares your pants a level 5 biohazard. Now, that takes care of overseas. All right. Now, that's overseas. On the domestic side, in this country, and before I tell you my plan for the domestic side, I want to, because it does come from a kind of New York frame of mind, I want to mention my New York credentials, and they are as follows. I was born on this island, Manhattan Island. Therefore, I was born in New York City, New York County, and New York State. City, county, and state. And besides that, and on top of that, I was born at New York Hospital on East 63rd Street. But here's the... Capri. Here's something you don't know. You know where I was conceived? Rockaway Beach. Rockaway, that's right. In a hotel on Beach 116th Street called Curly's Hotel. 1936. So if you hear or see anything later on about New York, you'll know my credentials are in good order. Here's what you do domestically. You take Don Imus's advice, and you tell Liz Tommy Thompson and Tom Ridge, good try, nice goal, we'll see you later. And in charge of the whole domestic thing, you put Rudolph Giuliani, an Italian from Brooklyn, okay? Okay. Now, let's have a little fun here tonight. Let's do the show that I was planning on right up till September 10th. And it starts by me explaining to you that a lot of you know this already, I don't talk about myself very much in my shows. You know, it's really not my style. But I had an incident in traffic recently that I think I ought to tell you about. And there are a couple things about me you ought to know first. I drive kind of recklessly, I take a lot of chances, I never repair my vehicles, and I don't believe in traffic laws.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. In a Chevy of their choice. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
For you uncontrolled nasal polyp sufferers, Dupixent is an add-on treatment that invites you to go beyond. Dupixent goes beyond your nasal polyps by helping block a key source of underlying inflammation that can cause them. It shrinks nasal polyps and can help you breathe better with less congestion, so you can go beyond too. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark colored urine, tingling, or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor if new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection or asthma. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Go beyond and do more with less nasal polyps. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
So I tend to have quite a high number of traffic accidents. And last week, I either ran over a sheep or I ran over a small man wearing a sheepskin coat. And I don't know because I didn't stop. I do not stop when I have a traffic accident. Do you? Huh? Do you? No, you can't. Hey, who has time? Not me. I hit somebody, I run somebody over. I keep moving. Especially if I've injured someone. I do not get involved in that. I'm not a doctor. I've had no medical training. I'm just another guy out driving around looking for a little fun, and I can't be stopping for everything. Well, let's just look at it logically. Let's be logical about it. If you do stop at the scene of the accident, all you do is add to the confusion. These people you ran over have enough troubles of their own without you stopping and making things worse. Leave these people alone. They've just been in a major traffic accident. The last thing they need is for you to stop and get out of your car and go over to the fire, because by now it is a fire, and start bothering them with a lot of stupid questions. Are you hurt? Well, of course they're hurt. Look at all the blood. You just ran over them with 1.5 tons of steel. Of course they're hurt. Leave these people alone. Haven't you done enough? For once in your life, do the decent thing. Don't get involved. Well, in the first place, it's none of your business. None of your business. The whole thing took place outside of your car. Legally speaking, these people you ran over were not on your property at the time you ran them over. They were standing in the street that is city property. You are not responsible. If they don't like it, let them sue the city. And besides, it happened back there. It's over now. Stop living in the past. Do yourself a favor, count your blessings, be glad it wasn't you. And I'll give you a practical reason not to stop. You need a practical reason? If you do stop, sooner or later the police are going to show up. Is that what you want? Huh? Waste even more of your time standing around filling out forms, answering a lot of foolish questions, lying to the authorities? And by the way, who are you to be taking up the valuable time of the police department? These men and women are professionals. They're supposed to be out fighting crime. Stop interfering with police. And besides, didn't anyone else see this accident? Huh? Are you the only one who can provide information? Surely the people you ran over caught a glimpse of it at the last moment. So let them tell the police what happened. They were a lot closer to it than you were. There's no sense having two conflicting stories floating around about the same dumbass traffic accident. Things are bad enough. People are dead, families have been destroyed. Time to get moving. Now, on the other hand, if I should be out driving around looking for a little fun, and I see an accident, one that I'm not involved in, I stop immediately. Well, I want to get a good look at what's going on. I enjoy that sort of thing. Someone else is injured, I want to take a look. I am Curious George. You know? But people don't like that. Police don't like it. They say you're rubbernecking. They say you're blocking traffic. Never mind that shit. I want to take a look. I'm never too busy that I can't stop to enjoy someone else's suffering. And I'll tell you something else. I'm a big fan of traffic accidents. You know my favorite accident? 2 buses and a chicken truck. Get hit by a circus train in front of a flea market. Well, I want to see something interesting. I'm looking for a neck sticking out of a gas tank. If I'm going to take the time to stop, I expect a couple of fucking laughs. And if my car should happen to be in such a position where I can't quite see what's going on, can't get a good enough look, I'm not the least bit shy about asking the police to bring the bodies over a little closer to the car. Pardon me, officer, would you fellows mind dragging that twisted-looking chap over here a little closer to the car, please? My wife has never seen anyone shaped quite like that. Look at that, sugar lips. That's his rib cage sticking out of the glove compartment. Thank you, officer. That'll be all now. You can throw him back on the pile. We'll be moving along, and off I go out onto the highway, looking for a little fun. Perhaps a tanker truck filled with human waste will explode in front of the Pokemon factory. I appreciate that. Yeah. Reminds me of something a 3rd grade teacher said to us. She said, you show me a tropical fruit and I'll show you a cocksucker from Guatemala. No, that wasn't her. That was a guy I met in the Army. I'm sorry. I always confuse those people. Now, folks, this next piece of material is going to give us a chance to bond. That's what America's been doing the last 10, 15 years, bonding. When they're not networking or reaching out or making space for one another, you'll find them bonding. And we're going to do that because this piece of material is about us. It's about you and me. You and me. Little things. Little things we all know. Common knowledge. In this case, little things we all know about our bodies. Because everybody's body is different, but everybody's body is really quite the same. So there are a lot of little things about our bodies that we all know, but we never talk about. That's what interests me. These are practically universal experiences. Nobody mentions them. Some of them are disgusting. Some of them are appallingly revolting and degrading, even to the most degenerate mind. So let's get started with a couple of them.
One of the things that drives me to this type of work is just being able to influence a bigger impact, and having this new role is definitely an opportunity for that.
Dare to do it all behind the wheel of a 2026 Sorento from Paris Valley Kia. With an available turbocharged engine and available all-wheel drive, the Kia Sorento confidently handles every journey. Inside, Sorento puts you in command with advanced tech and connectivity features. The Kia Sorento, the smarter way to drive. Quick now to view our inventory during the season of new traditions.
You ever get lip crud? You ever get that crud on your lip? It's kind of a sticky film, kind of a gooey coating. You know, if it dries a little bit, it's kind of a cruddy, gummy, flaky, crusty shit kind of thing. Starts in the corner of your mouth, works its way on down your lip, and if it's really bad, the corners of your mouth look like parentheses. You ever had that? Lip crud. When you want to get rid of it, it's a real simple operation, isn't it? It's low-tech shit. Thumbnail, that's all you need. Simple tool, ain't it? You just scrape that shit off. That's all. You just scrape it on down, scrape it on down. Hey, never mind those people at the bus stop. If they knew anything, they wouldn't be riding the bus. Fucking in the mouth, scrape it on down, scrape it on down. Yeah, you just kind of scrape that shit on down, and then you take it and you roll it up into a little ball, and then you save that son of a bitch. I save my lip crud. I save everything that comes off of my body, don't you? At least for a little while. Don't you look at things when they first come off of you? Huh? Aren't you curious? Don't you spend 5 or 10 or 15 minutes studying something, trying to figure out what the fuck it is and what it's doing on you in the first place? Sure you do. You don't pull some disgusting looking growth off of your neck and throw it directly into the toilet. You want to know what the fuck it is. Besides, you never know when you're going to need parts. Isn't that true? Did you ever see these guys on TV? They're in the hospital. One guy's waiting for a kidney, another guy's waiting for a lung. Fuck you, I've got shit at home. I've got a freezer full of viable organs. I have 2 of everything ready to go. What do you need? A spleen, an esophagus? How about a nice used ball bag, huh? Come on. Good condition, one owner. He only scratched it on Sundays. Come on, take a chance. It's true. You want to know what something is. You don't spend 15 minutes peeling a malignant tumor off of your forehead just to toss it out the window, sight unseen, into the neighbor's swimming pool. No. You take a good long fucking look at it, don't you? Holy shit, look at this thing. God damn, holy jumping fucking Jesus, look at this thing. Honey, come here, look at this. Honey, yo. Hey, yo, honey, yo. Hey, fuck the rice-a-roni. Get in here. Look at this thing. Look, this was a part of my head a minute ago. Not anymore. I pried the bastard off with paint thinner and a Phillips head screwdriver. But look at it. Look at the colors in it. It's green, blue, yellow, orange, brown, tan, khaki, beige, bronze, olive, neutral, black, off black, champagne gold, Navajo white, turquoise, and Band-Aid color. Plus, it's exactly the same shape as Bosnia. If you leave out that little section where the Croatians live. I'm not throwing this bastard away. It might become a collectible. Dial up those dickheads on eBay. We'll make some fucking money on this thing. Well, I tell you, it's just natural curiosity. It's just everyone has it. You're curious. You're curious about yourself. You're curious about your body. So you're curious about little parts that come off of you. Toenail clippings are a good example. Toenail clippings, and I'm even going to set the scene for you. You're sitting on the bed at home one night, and something really shitty comes on TV. Like a regularly scheduled primetime network program. You say, well, I'm not going to watch Raymond Blows the Milkman. I'm going to clip my fucking toenails. So you start to clip your toenails, and every time you clip one of them, the clipping part flies far away. You ever notice that? These things fly all over the bed. And when you're finished clipping, you have to gather them all back into a little pile. Don't you? Yeah, you can't leave them on the bed. They make little holes in your legs. You don't need that shit. You have to gather them all back into a little pile. And did you ever notice this? The bigger the pile gets, the more pride you have in the pile. Look at this shit, honey. The biggest pile of toenail clippings we've had in this house since the day the Big Bopper died. Call the Museum of Natural History. Tell them you have a good idea for a diorama. And then you look for the largest toenail clipping of all, the biggest one you can find, and you bend it for a while, don't you? Yes, you do. You bend it. You squeeze it. You play with it. You have to. Why? Because you can. Because it's still lively and viable. There's moisture in it. It just came off of your body. It's almost alive. You ever try to save your toenail clippings overnight? Huh? Did you ever put them in the ashtray? Try to save them till the morning? It's no good. They're too dry. You can't bend them in the morning. Fuck them. Throw them away. Who needs unbendable toenails? Not me. Bullshit. Fuck you up. Yours get laid. Eat shit. Drop dead. Jack me off. Suck this. I don't need parts that badly. I'm not that sick. I'm not that sick. You're sick.
Farmer Boy's new winter farm stand menu is our biggest yet. 4 of our boldest and tastiest burgers ever. Like our quarter-pound queso crunch burger box, plus 5 more meals, starting at just $9.99. Only at Farmer Boys.
You got it. Little things that come off of you, and your curiosity about them, especially if it's something you can't see, while it's still on you. Know what I mean? You ever been picking your ass? You know, just idly standing out in the driveway, picking your ass, and you come across an object. Honey, come here. You want a couple of hits off of this? Oh, it's still fresh? Let me ask you something. Did we eat at Kenny Rogers' restaurant again? Well, I don't remember ordering anything that smelled like this. I believe this is a shit burger. It smells like a burger, it tastes like shit. Actually, it smells like Ethel Merman. Call that Andrew Lloyd Webber fellow. Tell him we have a good idea for one of those fine shows he's always putting on Broadway. Then give me the scrapbook. This son of a bitch is going right next to that toe jam we found in the Gator Bowl. All because you couldn't see it while it was still on you. Here's something else you can't see while it's still on you. Little scab on the top of your head. Did you ever have that? Sure you have. A little scab, top of your head. Not a big red blood scab like you get when someone at work hits you in the head with a fucking Stilson wrench. Just a little dry spot, a little scaly spot. You find it one day by accident when you're scratching your head. You come across it as if by good luck. Whoa, hot shit, a fucking scab! I love fucking scabs. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to pick off my scab and look at it. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't wait to pick off my scab and put it down on a contrasting material such as a black velvet tablecloth in order to see it in greater relief. Oh boy, oh boy. I can't wait to pick off my scab. It's gonna be a lot of wait. It's not ready to come off yet. It's immature. It's still not ripe. It's not ready for plucking. I'll save this for Thursday. Thursday will be a good day. I'll have half a day of work on Thursday. I'll come home early. I'll masturbate in the kitchen.